About as bad of a start as the Timberwolves could have had taking on the Mavericks in Dallas as they trailed 17-2 right out the gates in this one. Luka Doncic dominating the game, picking up 2 early fouls on Jaden McDaniels. On the Timberwolves side of things, they were having a lot of bad passes, turning the ball over early. Looked like it might have been one of those cat games where he was off and kind of tilted early, and things were looking rough. But everything changed when Naz Reid came into the game. This man makes as many three-point baskets as the entire Dallas Mavericks team for the game at 7, which is 3 more than Naz Reid's previous career high for three-pointers in a game. He was spectacular. 19 points in the first half off the bench. Also off the bench, giving a big punch, was Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Between the two of those, 29 first-half points and only 1 missed shot, which was a Naz Reid 3. He was 5 of 6 in that first half and 7 of 11 from deep on the game. Naz Reid, the savior of that one, and really carried us early. We would still trail by 1 point going into half. We are finally healthy. We had everyone available tonight that we would want. Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards being the people that just got healthy. They struggled in that first half. Jaden would recover. He had 3 first-half fouls, none the rest of the game. Started in the first half 1 of 4 from the floor. Would finish, I think it was 5 of 9 or 5 of 11. And his scoring in the second half was a lot better. He was controlled, kept his confidence, which you love to see because that can waver on the offensive end for Jaden McDaniels. Also picked up his discipline when guarding Luka in that second half, and he was a little less explosive and productive, as well as having 8 turnovers in that one. Quick shout out, though, to Slow-Mo, who probably played the best defense of the night on Luka Doncic. 3 stocks out of him, some decent bank shots in that second half that were helpful as well. So really love the defense that he played on Luka. And that kind of makes sense because he's still got the length. Luka isn't really blowing by you. He just knows how to use his body really well, has great physicality and size. But Slow-Mo's got those things too. He's not a crazy athlete, but he's still a great defender, really disciplined, has the best timing of maybe anyone on the team defensively. Jaden's probably there too. But, that's a good matchup. I was talking about the people returning. Anthony Edwards also returning from injury with his hip pointer issue, which I understand. I have kind of that same injury right now myself. He really struggled in this one. 3 of 19 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3, missed 3 free throws as well on 6 attempts. So he could not get anything going offensively. Also 5 turnovers. However, 11 assists. Mike Conley, 14 points in this one. His scoring has been a little bit up as of late, which naturally with people being out is going to happen. But we utilize him a little bit better. Not all from 3 in this one, too. Only 2 threes. He got some nice floaters and layups in this one. Also love when he hits the person that's trailing him on the pick and roll and leans in for that contact to finish his layup. Gets a lot of and ones doing that. You see those in a lot of clutch plays from Mike, and he is stellar making those movements. Now on to Karl Anthony Towns' night. He had 21 points, 17 rebounds in this game. It felt like to me that he missed more shots than he did. He was actually 8 of 14. Had some easy looks that he missed early, I think, which is why I was getting a little frustrated, and 3 turnovers, an offensive foul. And those are just like my trigger points with Cat. So sometimes I got to pull myself back and try to view him a little bit more objectively because my standards are really high. And I thought he was a little bit sloppy at points, but he was really attentive on the glass, 5-0 boards of those 17. And that was impactful because that's our biggest advantage going up against this Mavericks team is size, and that was a great way to punish them. Also on the Mavs side, let's mention that they did not have Kyrie in this game, Seth Curry, or Maxi Kleber. So those are impact players that they did not have. As far as impact players that showed up in a positive manner for the Mavericks, I want to shout out Dante Exum for returning to the NBA and doing it with force. He has just been confusingly incredible to me. Watching him today, he made a lot of great plays. I am thanking J Kidd for the blessing of keeping Dante on the bench, and shout out to Tim Hardaway Jr. I was thanking him for basically every shot he took tonight. Shot quality was horrendous. 0 for 7 on threes, 4 of 15 overall. He gets, I think, 4 more minutes than Dante, 32 overall. I don't know how he managed to be on the court that long. His shot profile was rough. But yeah, Dante's game looked smooth. Also, Derek Lively was really impressive in this one. It's not like he was overly dominant. He had kind of a tough look going up against Gobert all night for the most part. But I was really impressed with, of course, his rolling skills, which everyone is going to immediately see. But I also thought that he was a really good decision maker in his roles, and he's very controlled and didn't try to go out of his lane and do things that he shouldn't. Like, I was really impressed with the maturity overall for such a young big, and that was great to see. To talk about Gobert's night a little bit, he was great defensively. I mean, is that a shock? But 3 steals on the night too. That's something that he's been a lot better with, is getting out on the perimeter, having acting hands in the passing lanes, and trying to get steals like outside the 3-point line at times where you expect him to be sagging off and not up into the ball. So shout out to Rudy for being a lot better with that this year in general, and especially in this game. Odd thing with him, we were like posting direct post up to Rudy Gobert for our final 3-minute offense. Like from the 3 minutes left in the game to the 2 minutes, we had a couple possessions. We're dumping it down to him, seeing if he'll make a move. Outcomes, missed pretty open layup that Karl Anthony Towns would actually put back. He had some good buckets late for us. And then the next time he starts posting, makes it a little bit of an awkward pass to Ant, and that ends in a turnover. I was just befuddled that we were going to him direct post up to end that game. He also missed 4 free throws in this one, but hey, I'm not mad with Rudy. He's just out there balling, and you know he can't do all the things that you'd like with a basketball, but he's killing it this year. Interesting big man stat too. The combo of most alley-oops in the NBA coming into tonight was Luka to Lively with 22, so they led the league by far with that one. Second and third are Karl Anthony Towns to Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley to Rudy Gobert, each with 10. That's everything for individual performance in this one. Really loved the defense in the second half from this team. We're more of a second half team in general. Also, we're the best clutch team in the NBA, with the Mavericks being the second best clutch team in the NBA. And they also did have the 3rd best record in the Western Conference coming in tonight. So a big win on the road as we have this challenging noon duel coming up as well. Naz Reid. That's hard to say.